Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining me here again today. I wanted to go over red flags. These are, things that I see my mom doing and you all probably see your narcs doing it's just behavior that's really weird, where you don't even know where to begin to classify it. It's just behavior that makes you go, this person is crazy or toxic or just unhealthy or unbalanced. The first one was very personal to me. This was something my mom did that really showed her cards for once. My mom obviously was somebody who's very careful with her moves and making sure to always keep me unbalanced. But this one was interesting. So my mom paid for me to see a trainer. He lived across the street from me. He had a gym kind of set up in his garage, and it was great. I mean, he helped me lose a lot of weight, and he was a very good friend of mine, and I really enjoyed seeing him. After I had moved out of my mom's house and got an apartment, I would still go see him on Saturday mornings. So I'd drive over, do a workout, and then usually, just because it was the right thing to do, I would pop my head in on my mom and see how she was doing, see if she needed anything. And I'd do stuff for her like change the cat box or replace some light bulbs or whatever. Just try to help out if I could. And this one time in particular, she's making some breakfast. She asked me if I want some. I say sure, and I'm eating it, and I say something like, this is really good. Equal payment for a hard day's work," meaning I got breakfast and as payment for the chores that I helped do around the house. And she pauses and she goes, "I thought paying for your trainer was equal payment." I think in that moment she saw my reaction. I think she was hoping that I didn't catch it. But right? That was a really weird thing to say. Especially considering this was somebody who claims that all gifts are freely given from the heart. And don't get me wrong, I'm fine if that's what the contract is. I'm fine if that's what it is. I don't care. But never before had there been an indication that there was payment owed for the things that she was providing for me, which was having a trainer. So what just happened? She just revealed that there is in fact a system in place, a contract system. I buy you X, you owe me Y. Oops. And I remember going home, telling my wife immediately what happened, and both of us were just like, wow. Okay. So it was kind of the first time I ever had confirmation of my suspicions. And we'll put it that way. Because again, she just never revealed her hand. So that was a huge red flag. The next one was more personal for my wife. It was a little bit personal for me in the sense that it happened to my wife, but my mom had her own law office. It was just her, and she always had one assistant doing work for her. My mom, I don't know how many assistants she went through or how many the total is now, but I would say in the 30 years, maybe 20 years, 25 years now she's been an attorney. I can't remember an assistant working for her longer than 6 months. Outside of my wife, who worked for her for a year and a half. And I think the only reason why she made it that long is because she and I were dating and we were both living at my mom's house for a long time. And so my mom probably, well, she was brutal to her. I'll get to that. But either and so what I was going to say was either they quit or they were fired. My mom never fired them because she didn't want to have to pay them unemployment. And I remember in particular this happening one time where she came home furious that she did end up firing one of her employees, and the employee had asked for, she said, well, I'm going to have to file for unemployment. And my mom came home, she was so pissed. So she would intentionally drive you to the point of insanity where you said, that's it, I quit. In fact, my neighbor who was my trainer, she convinced his wife to work for her. Guess how long she lasted? 4 days. 4 days working for my mom, and she went, F this. She was not going to put up with it. My mom she'll say, oh, it's going to be great. You're going to make money and it's going to be a great environment and blah, blah, blah. She'll say whatever she needs to get you comfortable with the idea. And then the minute that the door closes, I mean, she's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I mean, she'll just rage out and lie. And the stories that my wife could tell, I'll probably do another video. I'll probably have my wife on here. Let me know in the comments if you want my wife to do a video. Crazy stuff. My mom was so covert, sneaky with me. She's so overtly toxic with her employees. She's just crazy.